All right, here in Nashville, Missouri, Vanderbilt tonight, joined by Chris Trevino, Tiger Radio Network, and pivotal game for this team. I mean, past the non-conference with flying colors, and tonight, what are some of the key aspects you're looking for to try to open up conference play with a win?
Got to win the turnover battle, especially on the road. Missouri's been very good defensively at creating turnovers, and then, of course, giving up some yards, but limiting the points, field goal attempts instead of touchdowns. But you're right, this is a pivotal game. We expected them to win the first four. They did impressively. Now it's on. These games can go either way, and this one's a toss-up tonight by most folks.
It is, but it has a feel of if Missouri gets this win tonight, it could be a real springboard, don't you think?
I definitely do. You know, I look at this, and again, this game, I think if you pay attention to that stuff, and of course I do, not that it's important necessarily, but Missouri's a very slight underdog, 1 or 2 points, and that's home field. Now, the rest of the way, frankly, on paper, they're probably going to be underdogs other than Tennessee and Kentucky, the two they beat last year. But, man, you win this one, Ben, you're 5-0. You're right there, 1 game away from bowl eligibility, 2 games away from a winning season, and a lot still out there. So I just do. You know, Coach Pinkel says that, well, 12 games, all you have all year, they're all big, but this one especially so, especially because it's on the road and you got a real chance to get a win here.
Sorry, buddy Chris Harris, who works at Channel 4 here in Nashville in his third year covering Vanderbilt. He said he thinks this Vanderbilt team is better than last year's, despite losing Jordan Matthews and Zach Stacy. Have you looked at Vandy much, and kind of what's your take on them?
A little bit. You know, they have 2 losses, but you have to realize they've lost to Ole Miss, who I think is a pretty good team, and South Carolina, who I believe is a pretty good team. So, you know, they're 3-2, but their losses are really to quality SEC teams. You know, they have a different quarterback in Austin Carter-Samuels. They still have, of course, Jordan Matthews, the receiver. They lost Chris Boyd, the wide receiver. But I think they're a talented team. They're very well coached. I mean, when I've seen them, I've always been impressed by how well coached they are. They're very disciplined, and they're just a sound team. This should be a good game.
I guess I said Jordan Matthews. I mean Jordan Rogers, the quarterback, the receiver, though, talented and still here. Offensively, what do you think the key is tonight for Missouri, keeping those 3 running backs going?
Yeah, I think so. Just keep on keeping on. I mean, I've been so impressed by the offense across the board. I think they've been very well balanced. They've got so many different guys involved, and it all starts with the quarterback, James Franklin. He's playing at such a high level. I think he's healthy. He feels good. He's confident. I think he feels he's got something to prove after a tough season last year, and frankly, some people doubting him. I just really think the offense is going to be able to do its thing. I think the defense has really got the onus of trying to play better, certainly tackle better than last week, because they're playing a much stronger opponent than they saw a week ago.
It just seems like, as you know, we're 4 games into this season, second year in the SEC. I kind of feel like this Missouri team is playing a lot better in the trenches up front. Both lines have been really consistent and playing some really good football, don't you think?
No doubt. The offensive line is intact. You know, again, it's good to be healthy, and they sure are. And then defensively, I think they've really shown me something, at least. They've really been impressive up front defensively. Again, the competition gets tougher starting in a few hours with Vanderbilt, but I think they feel good about themselves. And again, a win tonight is possible, and I think they'll really feel good about themselves if they can win here in Nashville.
All right, you'll hear him on the sidelines tonight on the Tiger Radio Network. Listen in on your local affiliate across the state of Missouri. He is Chris Trevino. He's my good buddy, and we'll see you later tonight, Chris.
Thanks a lot, Ben.